the way.
We're wanted men.
I have spoken.
Welcome to episode 282 of the Smugglers Galaxy podcast, your favorite Star Wars podcast for smugglers in the galaxy. I'm Glenn. Jason's right there. And yeah, there was a new ad for, huh?
I thought you said you were done numbering.
I don't know. Then when I started, I was, and then when I go to edit them, I'm like, I really need to know the numbers. So when I say the numbers, I at least know what numbers they are.
It helps you more than it helps the community.
Exactly. So it's a selfish thing more than anything.
That's fine. It keeps track. Keeps us on.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, we did 282 of these. Wow. That's a lot. Wow. So how you doing?
What am I doing here? Is it a podcast? Right. Okay.
It's podcast. Yes.
All right. I'm podcasting.
What can you say?
I don't know what I'm doing, where I am. I'm just moving from moment to moment. What is this? Oh, all right. Planning. Okay, let's plan. Oh, what's this? This is work. I got to do work.
Oh, the funds of planning a event in 3 months now, isn't it?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. It's getting close to 2.5, actually.
Two?
We're slowly approaching 2.5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's getting close. Before you know it, we'll be like, hey.
Yeah. And it was a very busy week.
Yeah.
I drove down to Jacksonville.
Ooh, did you go by any Walmarts?
I did.
Yeah, did you find anything?
Well, actually, it's funny because I drove down Wednesday. It was busy Thursday, busy Friday. And I was supposed to go to a job site. Well, I did go to a job site at 7:30 in the morning, but I was racing. Like I got my breakfast, I got coffee, I got to the job site on time, did my thing, and I was like, I'm really thirsty. But it was like they were so busy at this job site that when I got done, it was just like, okay, see ya. I can make it back to the car. I don't need you. Because they had to go do their own thing. So I get back to the car and it's most of these job sites have water in it, but I was just like, I'm just gonna run up to Walmart and get some water because it's right around the corner.
Right.
Well, I was at the Walmart, I gotta check the toy section. And they had a Chase, a Micro Galaxy Squadron, Series 10.
Nice.
It was Cad Bane ship, which is one of 5,000. It was just sitting on the shelf. I'm like, what the? Front and center.
Obviously, but nobody in Jacksonville is a scalper.
Yeah, but I found it crazy that this Walmart was in a nice plaza, but it was still out in the middle of nowhere, almost like they were prepping for Jacksonville to keep growing.
Uh-huh.
And eventually this will be crowded. And yeah, there's nothing here in Atlanta. I've gone to several Walmarts and several Targets. Nobody has Micro Galaxy Squadron anymore.
Yeah.
But this one out in the middle of nowhere, Jacksonville did.
Huh.
Which was kind of crazy.
Maybe
And
they
then-
just got a oddball shipment.
Maybe. It was all Series 10 stuff.
Okay.
Couple repacks in Series 10, but I was just like, I'm just getting the one thing and I can pick up the normal ships later on.
Yeah.
And then I went next door to Ross and they have one of the Black Series for the Skeleton Crew, KB, the one with the visor.
Nice. Still no, is it Max?
Neil.
Neil.
No, still no Neil. I actually on the way home, I was killing some time for something else I was doing and waiting for, and I stopped at another Ross and they had the Pirate Brutus.
Ooh, that
So
was
Neil-
a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good figure. Neil is the only one that I'm missing from Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. Nice. I'd like Brutus just because, but I'm not like itching to get him. But it'll be one of those. If I walk into a Ross and find him, I'll throw him in the basket. But
I wish I had known they had two. So if
oh man, drive back down to Jacksonville.
no, it's here.
Oh, okay.
It's well, you going around town tomorrow?
Maybe. Where's
It's
it at?
It's the Ross near the stadium.
Oh, okay.
It's only $8, so
Yeah, that's a good deal on that
I
one.
also paid off So I've been doing slowly with these sideshow collectibles
Mhm.
just because they're so expensive. But I got Walrus Man. I just love these things.
Yeah.
They're so detailed and they look great. And I decided to put the what do you call these though? Cup hands on them, not the
Mhm.
monkey hands, but it's got a magnet in its blaster, so you can just pop it right there and it stays in place.
Yeah. That's one thing Sideshow does good is
So
stuff like that.
yeah, it's just nice and detailed and just really happy about that. So I was excited to get that and put him next to Dr. Evazan.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. He doesn't like you, except his arm doesn't come off.
The way that you had that sitting there, I almost thought that was the idol from Indiana Jones.
Throw me the whip. Throw me the idol. No time to argue. Adios, senor. But yeah,
Very
so I got
cool.
Walrus Man, and then I got the big one this week.
Oh yeah.
I got a prototype,
Yay.
and
Yay.
it on the Venn diagram of my interest, this crosses in both areas. There's one thing that I wanted for a long time, which is some sort of pre-production micro machine vehicle.
Mhm.
I've been searching for that. I can get the little minifigures, but I can't seem to get the vehicles themselves. And it just fell. My phone.
I heard something. I heard it.
My phone fell.
Oh
Um,
no.
I got the George Sakul prototype, which is the episode, sorry, Celebration 2, George Lucas in an X-Wing costume prototype. And it comes with a prototype micro machine. So
That's very cool.
that Venn diagram of micro machines and Hasbro collecting is cool. And I guess that body is a big Starklighter, so it's like it's a first shot of another thing they've already done. They're probably just retesting the mold.
Mhm.
The body itself is old, but the head is new. So,
Right. Very
but yeah,
cool.
yeah, it was a very busy, hectic
That's awesome.
week.
Yeah, yeah. Only thing I picked up, we were at the toy show, the toy swap,
Oh
and
yeah,
when
how was that?
it was nice. It
It was.
actually, huh?
I have to. I'm sorry to interrupt before you start. I was
Yeah.
watching Jordan's thing the other day, his
Uh-huh.
video on Sunday. And he's walking through, and then all of a sudden like there's no sound or anything. There's no um signal that there's someone behind him, and the camera just pans up, and it's your smiling face, and it's just like I'm watching out back and just hanging out, and it's just I started laughing hysterically because I was not expecting that. And there's Glenn just beaming, this giant smile, and Jordan was like, "Hey, Glenn," and you're like, "Hey, Jordan," and that was it.
Right.
So
That's
anyway,
sort of
sorry.
a as if it's kind of become a running joke in his videos that I just kind of do that and he just leaves them in. Um, so it's been a minute since I did one. I need to watch it. I didn't realize he put that video out, but yeah, yeah, he was just videotaping and I went up to, kind of that same thing. I went just snuck up behind him and next thing you know, there's the camera in my face.
Jordan Ghastly. So check that out
Yes.
on
On the
YouTube.
YouTubes. I actually had people come up to me and goes, "I know you from his video." And I'm like, "Not from my podcast?" They're like, "You have a podcast? What's a podcast?"
Uh,
I don't have time for podcasts. I just watch
yeah.
YouTube. Well, we're on YouTube too, sir. No, but it was
Hi, they're
actually
watching right now. Hi.
hi YouTube people. Um, no, it was actually a really, I thought, well attended for as cold as it was chilly. I don't know. It felt a lot colder than what it normally was, but I thought it was probably 30, 40 vendors.
Well,
Good mix of stuff. A lot of people there. Our buddy Tony, is it? I always get him and Tony from Jesus, I'm getting my Tonys mixed up. Tony Harmon, right? Harmon?
yeah, from Macon,
Yeah, he
from Middle
came up.
Georgia. He's not.
Middle Georgia. Yeah, he came up. He was trying to sell some stuff. I'm
Oh,
not I'm not sure how he did, but he was selling stuff. I didn't see Tony Johnson, so that was kind of
screw him.
yeah. Forget Tony Johnson. I went and had Chinese food without you. Not really, but we but yeah, I saw Jordan. Good mix of people. Some people I hadn't seen in a minute, and some people, but I thought there was a good mix of Star Wars stuff. I was really tempted. I didn't really see a whole lot. I'm trying to, you know, I had some money to spend, but then at that point you try to be even more picky because then you were like, oh, I got money to burning a hole in my pocket. And then I didn't want to let the money burn a hole in my pocket, especially with Toylanta coming up. And I got, Aaron, him and his dad were set up and they had the, Chase Ezra A-Wing, and I was real tempted by it. And they wanted $20 for it, and it was gone when I went back.
Damn, you got to get that.
Yeah, was it that
I bet you
good?
it's Kelly that bought it. No, I don't know.
I don't know who bought it. Kelly
Well,
was there.
the later in the line stuff, it's getting very difficult to track this stuff down. Like I said, it's not
Yeah,
anywhere in our area. There's no
yeah,
Walmart to Targets to carry it.
yeah, yeah. I was tempted by it, and then when I went back around, somebody had bought it.
Mm.
Yeah.
$20 is not that bad for a Chase or whatever they are.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll be kicking myself for it. I'm like, it may come back up through,
Well, if you see it for $30 at Toylanta, just grab it.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a lot coming from you.
Yeah.
Because you're just like
Well, if you
F the
want it.
scalper. Right. It's Rebels. I mean, it's kind of hard
Yeah.
not to get it. But
Yeah.
and then there was yeah, I saw a one of the superpowers. Somebody had one on a card, and I was just like, yeah, I had some He-Man stuff that I'm trying to sell. It's like if I sell my He-Man stuff, I'll go buy that, but just never nobody. I ask people, I'm like, hey, you want some He-Man stuff? And they laugh at me because it's the stuff that nobody wants.
They'll be laughing at themselves in a couple months when the movie comes out.
Maybe I was figuring, yeah, at least with the movie, some people would pick them up and put them in their, $5 or $10 bins just to have them, but
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
did. Maybe I'll drag them around Toylanta. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, but the weather, it was actually, it was cold, but it was not too bad. And yeah, I need to talk to Martin because of one thing that I don't like is there's no real restrooms, and their only restroom they had was at the antique mall.
yeah,
But then they were like, "Oh, our bathrooms are closed. Our bathrooms are broken."
that's a nightmare.
Yeah, there is a Dollar Tree in the same parking lot,
They're
so you
not
can, huh?
they're not prepared for all those nerds coming in
No,
there.
they're not. So that one has a restroom in there, but I need to talk to Martin and be like, dude, you need to get some porta potties. I don't know what they would cost, but get a couple of porta potties or something out there. Because that is definitely a downfall of that show. And then there was like a hot dog vendor there, which he's becoming a standard at all the Martin shows. I know our buddy TK is doing a show at the end of the month, and then Rodney is doing another one. Rodney from Pop Culture something. He's doing one in Roswell on the same day on the 28th. So we got two shows that day.
Yeah, with Toylanta coming up and then all the prototypes that'll be, I don't know if they're prototypes, but room sales at Rogue Fun. I want to make sure I'm saving my money for that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm at. I'm like, I'll bring some stuff to Rogue Fun. I hope I can, move some stuff around that people haven't bought. And I keep looking, hoping that somebody will bring a ceramic bootleg Leia. And they won't know what they have. Every
That's
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 the
asking a
key.
lot. You're
That
very
that
niche there.
I know, but maybe somebody would be like, I don't
Maybe
know what this figure
maybe
is.
someone brings one, they don't know what they have. They accidentally drop it in a $5 bin. It doesn't break, and I just buy it and then haggle the guy for $1.
Right. I'd pay up for it. I mean, but I know that you see them on Deal or No Dealer a few $100s.
Yeah. You might have to get ready to pay up for it if you want it.
Yeah, I think I probably will. But
Well, I was just so tired, even Friday night, just to keep myself for that last stretch of road. I was just talking to myself,
mhm.
like pretending I was podcasting, just to keep my mind going as I drove home because I was so tired. So when I got up on Saturday, I was just like, forget that. I'm not gonna make it to the swap this time around.
Yeah, we had to take one of our dogs to the groomers. It was her turn this week, so that kind of forced our hand a little bit. to make it worthwhile going. Uh, but yeah, it was a good, you know, people, it always, like I keep saying, it's always more about seeing our friends than it is about buying toys.
Yeah. And we even delayed recording on Saturday for Monday night in hopes that we would have a trailer to talk about for Mando and Grogu, which there was, but not what I thought it was going to be.
So I enjoyed it, but I'm so disappointed in that trailer, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat where I was like, "Oh, that's cute, that's nice, but what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Nobody knows this movie's coming.
Yeah. Well,
You've got nothing out there to show and entice people, even fans. They're just kind of like, "What's going on here?" Like, I'm definitely gonna go see the movie, but
right. Well, when I
mm,
saw it, I was like, okay, well, when did Clydesdales start running in snow? And then you're like, wait a minute, is that a tauntaun?
yeah,
Why are is that why are they why is Budweiser using tauntauns? And then it's the whole Mandalorian and Grogu, and I'm just like, yeah.
yeah, but so the problem, so it's a cute trailer, right?
Right,
So
yes.
it was good. I was just expecting more, yes. I was hoping that they would start promoting this thing, which is just 3 months away,
Yeah.
and letting people know that there's a movie coming out. So when I see Mando and Grogu coming on the screen, it doesn't really scream movie.
No.
And for the passive Star Wars person fan, they might not even know a movie's coming. They just see this and like, oh, maybe a new season's coming out. I don't know. And then they just go back to watching the game.
Yeah, I was like I was really hoping we'd get something else. Somebody on YouTube did slice in an extra like 2 minute teaser, so it was nice to get that gone. But yeah, no, you're right. It is. It was just very, very short, very disappointing. But it did say Mandalorian and Grogu, but it's like Mandalorian and Grogu May 22nd, and that's all it says. And then people are going to be like, where do I find this Mandalorian and Grogu movie? And oh, it's at a theater. I'll wait.
Makes me wonder if that is from the movie or something like but it's a parody of the Budweiser stuff. I'm wondering if they go to Hoth, um, if the remnant Imperials go to Hoth to pick up some of the leftover vehicles that they left behind in Empire Strikes Back.
They are definitely leaning into a snow planet. I
Yeah.
could see them leaning into Hoth.
D-
But yeah, I don't think we're going to see that scene in the movie. I think it was like you were saying, it's a spoof for the Budweiser commercial, and it was just something they did for TV.
Variety asked Lucasfilm's marketing brand lead Ryan Stankovich about the trailer. What he had to say was, our creative and marketing teams landed on a unique concept that gave a nod to classic big game spots of years past. It captured the warmth, humor, and emotional connection between those two beloved characters. It was the perfect next step for our campaign, excuse me, as we lead up to their big screen debut this summer.
Okay, if that's what they want to tell themselves.
And then Jackson George, who's Disney's executive VP of creative marketing, said, Grogu is more than a character. He's a pop culture phenomenon. Riding alongside the heroic Mandalorian, he brings lightness, humor, and joy, and an instant emotional connection that transcends the moment. This big game spot celebrates how deeply we love and connect with these characters, remind us of the fun, heart, and spectacle that defines Star Wars, and offers a bite-sized promise of the experience audiences will get when they see these two beloved icons on screen. So maybe they know something we don't, but I'm just saying you need to start promoting your movie.
Either that or they yeah, some marketing people went, here, say this.
Well, that was very manufactured. That's not what they just, nobody put a microphone up to them and said, give us a quote. They had people write that for them and they signed off on it and then they issued it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just not what I was wanting. I wanted to see some, of course I wanted to see Zeb. I wanted to see action. I wanted to see, more than what we've seen before, not a, hey, look, we're gonna get Sam, whatever his name is, for that guy, that the cowboy guy, to do a voiceover for us, and then we're gonna rip off a Budweiser commercial and a dad and a kid commercial. And all the fun stuff.
If Star Wars was hot right now, I would say that's not a problem. Yes, let's have some fun.
Hmm.
And maybe I'm taking this too seriously, but I do think the marketing machine needs to start at some point.
Right.
And that was the perfect opportunity. And even if it was just like a little fun thing, and then at the end they said full trailer on line right now, like they did
Ding, ding,
with,
ding, ding, ding. They do that a lot.
yeah, with the Minions and Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary, they did that where they show a small thing, and even Scream 7, they would say full trailer online right now.
And Scream 7, I thought had a very long trailer for them.
So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want this movie to be successful, and I'm worried they're doing the bare minimum or they're not doing enough.
Hmm. No, that would make sense. And I don't understand why are you doing that to me? Why are you not doing it? What do you do? It's not that they don't have money, you know?
Yeah,
It's not a
maybe
money, not a budget thing. You would, do you
maybe
think they're trying to uh not crash Star Wars is the wrong term, but
no.
you know.
No, they don't want this to crash. I always thought that Disney had horrible marketing to begin with.
Hmm. Well, they're Disney.
Yeah, but even yeah, but they like they're horrible at it. And yeah, I don't want to keep going on and on about this, but it's just time. Like we're 3 months out. You need to start winning over the Star Wars fans and tell
Right.
them come back to the theater because this is a property they've gotten used to watching on the TV. And you need to get the passive fans who know nothing about this and let them know there's a movie coming out. This is the plot. This is what's going on.
Hmm.
I mean, are they just going to drop plot-driven trailer in April, a
Right.
month before the movie?
I mean, I think the one thing that they need to avoid is the fact that people are like when Mandalorian season 3 came out, when did he get Grogu back?
Right. They didn't
And
watch
I
Book of
I
Boba
had,
Fett.
huh?
They didn't watch Book of Boba Fett.
Right. And I had a few people that were like, when did he get Grogu back? It's like, oh, you missed a whole other season of something.
Yeah.
You know, you missed Mandalorian season 2.5 that was
Right.
inside of Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
So that's one thing they need to really avoid is that. And then there was like you were saying, Project, what was the
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary? I saw that and I was like, man, I thought that movie came out years ago.
No.
I heard about it. It felt like years ago.
And in addition to that, it's important that the Mandalorian and Grogu performs well at the box office because according to a new report by Daniel
Hmm.
Richtman, Dave Filoni's New Republic, Heir to the Empire movie isn't just a go yet.
Hmm.
It's not a green light. It's all hinging on the success of the Mandalorian and Grogu. So if it underwhelms, doesn't perform well, they can retool this whole Heir to the Empire, New Republic thing to a Disney Plus series
Hmm.
instead. Um, but if it explodes and it's great, then expect more Star Wars on the big screen. If not, then they're probably going to try to do another property on the big screen.
Right.
It's just it's important that we get it right. And he also
Hmm.
said that Ahsoka season 3 isn't greenlit yet, and it may never happen. It just all depends on the success of what's coming up.
Yeah. And it just feels like I don't know with the underwhelming performance of all the other properties. I'm not. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, they got to set themselves up for success. And I try to be a very optimistic person, but I'm just getting yellow warning lights when I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, you got to do something. Do
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Market. Do your job.
Right. But I 100% agree that they could have gone, okay, full trailer online or do this or
Yeah.
whatever, because I've seen that happen where you get the 30-second ad and then you go right online and here's the dates and then here's how you order tickets. Um, I mean, they hadn't even, how far out do they start selling tickets to movies nowadays?
Yeah, it's usually a month before. So I think actually, mm, that, I don't want to say May 4th, but maybe late April, they might say, here's the trailer and tickets available right now.
Yeah.
which might be too little, too late.
Right.
They need another billion-dollar earner, especially for Star Wars because it's just a fading light,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I mean,
Matthew,
go,
what?
no, no, no. I was just thinking. I mean, we've got the Darth Maul series coming out, which will be out by then. Maybe they're hoping that'll bleed into Mandalorian and Grogu.
Maybe. Matthew Robinson, the writer of Rogue Squadron, spoke to Polygon and he said, I had a great time writing it. He said, Patty Jenkins is one of my favorite artists in the world. I think she's absolutely brilliant. We had a great time working together. I don't currently know what Lucasfilm wants to do with it. They're in a pretty big state of flux at the moment after Kathleen Kennedy left. And who knows what the future holds for it theatrically. Um, He says it was a great thrill to write that and especially work with Patty, who made it a very personal story. It was very much a movie about fighter pilots. Her father was a fighter pilot. It was very personal to her, and we were trying to tell a really great personal story. I wonder if it's personal
Do
about.
you think it's personal?
I think it might be personal. Everybody have a drink when I say, well, that's the last of it. About fighter pilots and Rogue Squadron pilots in the Star Wars universe. I think we did a great job with it, and I really hope one day we get to see that version of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the Marvel gets a movie a year, and Star Wars is just limping along.
Marvel gets a movie and TV shows.
So maybe Star Wars is George Lucas, and it's just nothing without him. I don't know.
Yeah,
Until someone proves me otherwise.
right. I think that's a crappy excuse, but I mean, I definitely it does feeling like he's the only one that gets it or truly cares about it. I mean, Dave Filoni, it is kind of in good hands, but is he going to be hand tied or not, hamstrung or not?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess I should be more positive. Maybe I'm just tired and exhausted and Krabby Patty, but I don't know. We'll
Oh.
see.
Hey, at least you brought it back into Star Wars because Mr. Krabs is in Star Wars.
Yes, he was a blurred. No, he's not a blurred. What am I thinking? A Devonian. Devonian?
He's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he was also a Savage Press, Darth Maul's brother,
Yep.
and then he was actually in The Mandalorian
And he was
as
in
Devil
Rebels.
Guy.
He was in
Yeah.
and Ahsoka.
What was he in? Oh, he played the same
He
character.
played the same character in Ahsoka.
Wow, he played three different characters in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill played three characters.
Mhm.
Andy Serkis played two. Anthony Daniels played two. Ahmed Best plays three. He played
Who
Jar
else is he?
Jar,
Uh-huh.
Kellen Beck, and then he had a cameo in Attack of the Clones when they go into the bar. He was one of the guys there.
Gotcha.
They even made an action figure of him.
Here you go.
Yeah, so and then I wonder who else, but that's an
Yeah.
interesting side topic. How many people played? I wonder if Mark Hamill played more than three.
I'm sure he did. I mean, I'm sure he's got some
Well, he played Cad Bane, no, Darth Bane. I'm sorry, in the Clone Wars.
okay.
So that's four.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could have some unaccredited voiceover skills too, because um when you were talking when the guy who played Obi-Wan, the
Which
voiceover at Obi-Wan,
which one?
the voiceover actor,
Yeah,
but anyway, because him and the guy who did Darth Maul, they just go in and start recording stuff. They'd
yeah,
like pay him a flat rate and they record all kinds of stuff. So it'd be like a stormtrooper. And
yeah. I guess that might count. That's not what I was thinking,
but
though.
no, I'm just saying that could the same thing with. I'm not saying count them. I'm just saying Mark Hamill could have done stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Like the Clone Wars thing was a voice work, and I don't know. Anyways, that's a nice subtopic there. I did I have I mentioned the walls that I'm redoing in my house on the podcast?
No.
So we have paneling in my living room and
Mhm.
We decided to take the paneling out just because it makes the whole room seem lighter and less heavy.
Mhm.
And we're putting drywall up. And so I was taking, it's been a long process, and we've kind of been doing it in sections so my whole living room's not destroyed. And so I'm doing my last section right now in preparation to Rogue Fun. There's one section that won't be finished in time, but it'll be fine.
Just put a couch in front of it, you'll be fine.
No, there's a couch and a fish tank there,
Yeah. Okay.
which is part of the reason why I haven't moved it. And I can talk about that in a minute. But anyways, so I did all that stuff. My stepdad and I, we did all the drywall and put all that up. But he's more experienced with the mudding, and anybody who knows drywall mudding is a pain in the ass. And if you have more experience, you're better at it. If you're an amateur, it's going to look like garbage.
Right.
So he's doing all the sanding for me. And he took a tarp and he roped everything off. And so all the sand, all the dust just kind of settle where it is, and it shouldn't come out into the family room, which it didn't. But when I walked into the house Friday, because he did this while I was gone, I walked in the house Friday, and in the hallway, even the lights were off, I thought there was some sort of disaster in the room because there was just gunk everywhere.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, what's going on? And I start pulling my finger against some of the surfaces, and like it comes up white, and I'm like, oh no. And there was a gap in the door to the Star Wars room between the door and the hinges. And the Star Wars room is colder, so I think all the warm dust was flowing into the Star Wars room because it was colder. Hot goes into cold.
Mm.
I was just bringing all the dust in.
Oh no.
And like last week, I was messaging my wife, when can I dust? And I'm glad I didn't start dusting because I'm gonna have to do it all over again.
I guess it's a good thing you waited.
Yep. And I did go to IKEA and I got a shelf. That looks good. I've kind of focused that whole hallway now. It's all micro machines,
Nice.
except for the Wilbur Hood stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it's all on display. So I'm very happy about that. And I think it looks good. And
Mhm.
Lewis picked up my old R2D2. So I'm happy that went to a good home.
Yeah, he'd posted pictures of it. I need to watch. He did one like with, didn't he do like a Silence of the Lambs video? I need to find that.
Yeah. He was having fun that night.
Oh,
And now
did he
it puts
post it
the
in the
lotion.
page or did he post it on his?
He posted on the page.
Okay, I gotta dig that up. I mean, if it's one of those I just remembered. I gotta dig that up.
And now it puts the lotion on its body. And now it puts the action figure in acrylic. Something like that.
Oh my God. How good is that?
Yeah, it's great. So
It is funny though. So going back to the page, this is totally like left turn, but it still goes to the page. So we were chatting yesterday and just you were kind of like aggravated, not aggravated, but just kind of like
disappointed.
disappointed and let down, not let down, but just really disappointed that nobody was really we hadn't gotten any traction in the page, and you're like, I'm the only one that's posting, and you're feeling, in your feelings about it. So I make a post and it's just like everybody all of a sudden is commenting. It's like, oh, so now they're seeing this post, but nobody's
I
acting
think
in it.
I think a lot of lurkers. I think I was trying to clean up a lot of the spam, and that just kind of killed all the activity. So it's
Hmm.
just like, it's me, it's Britton, it's Lewis.
Yeah.
We're the ones really posting in the club now, which is playing into my concerns about Mandalorian and Grogu because it does seem like all activity on most of these club pages is just coming down to a very quiet group.
Yeah.
It's just playing into the back of my head and my thought process of like, you need to start working on this,
Hmm.
start marketing it.
I
Star
guess
Wars fandom is at a low again.
yeah.
You're
I guess they're
essentially
just,
starting from scratch.
yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Did you hear the rumors that because of Kathleen Kennedy retiring, that the original George Lucas script may be coming back up?
What do you mean?
The prequel, well, hold on,
The sequel trilogy?
sequel trilogy. His script may see the light of day, or
Is
it's a
that,
chance.
well, I don't think it's going to be a new sequel trilogy. I don't think they're going to reboot nine, was it 7, 8, 9?
Yeah.
But if they're wise, they would use that as the basis for 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
And instead of just having old man Luke, it's an older Ray.
No, it makes sense.
And I think he went deeper into the midichlorian and all of that stuff, the relationship between the living force and the cosmic force and all that stuff. And I'm for it. Just let's just do it. Let's just something new, something cohesive and thought out.
Mhm.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I'm all for it. I because I've heard um what is a shortened version, abridged version, or I know that's the wrong thing, but I've heard what the it sounds like or what it was meant to be, and it did sound great. It sounded like if they would have given us this,
Yeah.
those movies would have done a lot better, I think.
Darth Maul won't be the villain like he was supposed to be because they've using him for this other thing.
Yeah. That would have been awesome to see a Darth Maul villain.
And they
We'd have
went
to
ahead and killed him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't live in the
Oh yeah,
sequel trilogy.
that's right. They killed him in Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
that's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Um, what else? Oh, jeez. See, there again, I need to write this crap down because something is in the top of my head and it goes, poof.
That really pissed me off, the Darth Maul. I don't really want to see that guy anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of,
Because
yeah,
I mean, I think most people know what happened. He posted something inappropriate about his ex-wife. It was revenge.
yeah.
And I woke up first thing one morning, opened up Instagram, even before like I was out of bed, and
Mm,
I see something and I'm like, what the hell is this? This shouldn't be up there. It was up there for 13 hours.
jeez.
Essentially, he's using me for revenge. And I know that's, I'm not the victim, but
Right.
he's using me to get revenge on his wife.
Yeah.
And so I immediately unfollowed him, and I just don't care about Darth Maul right now, and I don't want to hear anything about him. I think he's a
Right.
scumbag, piece of cacharo.
Is that Spanish or something?
See,
No me gusta. I tell you what, dude. I know we're jumping all over today, but I have never wanted to speak Spanish so bad as watching that Super Bowl halftime show because I'm like, this looks awesome, but I don't have no clue what's going on.
yeah.
I'm like,
I used to understand it better when I lived in Miami 25 years ago.
uh-huh.
And he was talking so fast, rapping so fast that I couldn't pick it up. But then when I would pay attention to the closed captions, I'd be like, oh, that's what he just said, because it's like the closed captions a little lagging.
Uh-huh.
So I was able to understand it after the thing had already happened.
Yeah. I saw people watching it with closed caption. I'm like, it was freaking brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Because closed captioning annoys me.
But then there was the missed opportunity for product placement, like Apple. Apple Music was doing, they kept promoting like you could download all this stuff afterwards. But it's also like you have this whole new technology where if you put the stuff in your ears, it translates it for you. It's like, what were you
Oh,
doing? You slept on that.
right. That'd have been cool.
Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was like, this is probably one of the best thought out halftime shows I've seen in years, and I'm missing it.
yeah, I really liked Ricky Martin.
Yeah. I was like, is that Ricky Martin?
Yeah, he's living la vida loca.
Yeah. Upside, inside out. Yeah. Oh,
Um, no one else.
I don't know. I was kind of we can talk Super Bowl a minute, but the like the ads, I was like, I've never seen so many ads for um healthcare products or drugs and stuff. And I'm like, why are they doing this? Is not the Super Bowl. This is not my Super Bowl.
Yeah, and all of it was not all of it, but a lot of it was AI driven uh video. They used AI to make the video content.
Yeah.
And it was a boring game with a trailer that let me down. And
It just started from the top.
yeah, the highlight was Bad Bunny, and then I was just like the third quarter I just turned it off after the end of it because I'm like, this is not a good game.
Yeah.
This is a grudge match between two defensive teams.
Right.
Nobody's scoring, and they're only scoring field goals. So I turned it off.
Yeah. I was kind of curious if the MVP was going to be the kicker because he was the only
Yeah,
one
yeah,
scoring.
right.
No, but yeah, yeah, you're right. It was just sort of like, eh. Did you see the Jurassic Park commercial?
I saw it beforehand. Yeah,
Yeah, I did too. That was a good commercial. I thought it was funny.
Directed that. I could talk. Taika directed that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's one big pile of shrimp.
I love it. I love it. And then they did the Pepsi, the Pepsi with the polar bears. Because Taika's in that one too.
Yes, yes. As much as I don't like Pepsi, that was funny with the polar bears caught on the Coldplay cam.
And I showed my wife, I'm like, I laughed. She's like, what did you laugh at? And I rewind it. She went, oh, that's so cute. And I went,
Yeah,
it's Coldplay. And she went, oh man.
yeah, that was funny.
So
Um,
yeah, yeah. And then so there's the Hail Mary, and then what's the other one that's coming out? There's another like alien movie coming out with like it's a Steven
Zoom.
Spiel, huh?
Oh, Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day.
I'm all
Yeah.
over that movie.
I saw that and I was like, that looks amazing.
Yeah, there's no information about it, so it's open interpretation. Spielberg famously showed Ronald Reagan ET
Uh-huh.
at the White House. And after the end of the movie, and this is according to Spielberg, Ronald Reagan stood up and he looked around the room and he said something like, "There's quite a few people in here who know the truth of it." Something along those lines. Or no, he said something like, "There's quite a few people in here that know that that's not far from the truth."
Wow.
Something along those lines. But people are speculating, or they're maybe wishful thinking this is an indirect sequel to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I had that feeling. It definitely had that feeling.
But it's a different ship in the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things that stuck out to me in the first trailer where they talk about 7 billion people deserve to know the truth.
Uh-huh.
And there's 8 billion people living on the planet.
Oh, so you think a billion people disappeared?
No, I think they're saying a billion people descend from some
Already.
sort of genetically altered or hybrid alien human thing.
Ooh,
Because you
okay.
see the eyes changing.
Okay.
I think Colin Firth plays a psionic, which is somebody who's psychic and communicates with these things, which is based on what people are saying is happening in the real world.
Oh my God.
I'm so like on board with everything that's going on with the whole UFO UAP stuff. So if you ever have any questions about what's really going on,
Ask Jason.
I have a theory.
Oh, speaking of which.
But I'll just say this, and we can don't lose your thought.
No, I'm getting it right now.
I will say that with the government trying to disclose all this information,
Mhm.
I think the government's trying to militarize space, and they're using this as a threat to get the funds necessary to militarize space and defend us from an alien threat. However, you're talking about these species that can fly across the galaxy in a blink of an eye,
Right.
right? Solar system, whatever. If they wanted to kill us, they could have killed us a long time ago. They're not here to kill us.
Right.
They're not here to destroy our race or species or anything like that. But anyways, that's my working theory. What were you going to say?
I was going to say we got an email.
Oh, even better than aliens.
And he specifically emailed because he said we did. I said we never got email.
Who is it? Is it Lori?
Huh?
It's not Lori, is it?
No, it's Robert Maldin, Mauldin.
Hi, Robert.
Hey, Robert. He says, hey, my name is Robert, and I'm a collector from Jacksonville. You mentioned this week
Oh,
yeah, I'm getting there. I'm going to get there. I think we're going in the same spot. You mentioned last week you don't get emails often, so I wanted to take a minute to tell y'all how much I enjoy the show. I have been listening, watching for a few years. Hi.
hi.
Now I got to find you, and I really appreciate the show. I really don't know anyone local here who collects, so I really enjoy listening to your conversations on all things collecting Star Wars and Disney. I also collect vintage as well a primary episode one figures. Okay, as well as primary episode one figures. Primarily open, there you go. Primarily episode one figures. I was born in 98, so I enjoy collecting the toys that I personally grew up with. And it's
Oh.
nice that they're cheap and easy to find. I would love to hear your experience from the lead up to Phantom Menace.
Ooh,
Yeah, and it seems like it was a really fun time to be a Star Wars fan, although expensive time to be a collector. Again, I appreciate what y'all do and keep up the good work. Thank you, Robert.
did you do
Thanks,
mid?
Robert.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. Did you do Midnight Madness?
I did.
Yeah, where'd you do it?
I think it was at a Walmart.
What city?
Um, Buford?
Oh, so here
Yeah, it
in
was
Atlanta.
local. It was in Atlanta. I was the only one there, and I had my kids with me, and everybody looked at me crazy because I wanted them to experience it,
Yeah,
and they were like 5 and 6 or something.
yeah. It was a crazy night. I went with a couple friends. We got off of work. We went
Mhm.
to Toys R Us, and there was a long line that we extended out all in front of it. This was in Miami, this Pembroke Pines.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was crazy. I remember like my dad was a very stickler about money, and he was like he would make weird comments every once in a while, like, and this is why I try not to have money be like the thing that consumes my life. But like if I were to buy something big for myself, did you win the lottery? Like some backhanded, like, why are you spending your money on that? You should be
Right.
saving. So that night, I set a budget for myself with that voice in the back of my head, like I'm only gonna buy like $60 worth of stuff, which is a lot of money, and
Yeah.
maybe it was less. No, I think I spent 120 bucks that night.
Wow.
Yes. Okay, so that's what I did. But we get inside Toys R Us and it was pandemonium. Everyone's just like scrambling like this they just found a trove of old Kenner figures and they're filling up their carts. And I'm
The
like,
sad
"Oh,
part is they could have had a bunch of Kenner figures standing there, and nobody would have paid them any mind.
probably."
Yeah.
The whole front of the store was filled with all Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And then they had aisles in the back just figures. Like the whole long aisle. Picture like an aisle at Target, just
Hmm.
all figures.
Oh yeah.
And so I was trying to grab what I can. And this is the first introduction to these characters. So I don't know who Boss Nass is. I don't know. I know Jar Jar's in the movie, but I don't know who this character is. And so I'm trying to like get all these figures and trying to understand. Oh, do I already have this Darth Maul? Because there was a couple Darth Mauls that came out that night.
Yeah.
And I remember like having my hand full, and my friend just screams out, "Hey, where's the GI Joes?" And everyone just started laughing.
That's awesome. Yeah,
And
no, I remember
oh,
go ahead.
and then to finish it up, I went home that night and I felt really bad. Like I felt like my dad was gonna chew me out for spending 120 bucks on Star Wars figures.
Mm.
And the next morning he asked me the question, how much did you spend? I was
Yeah.
like, $120. He's like, that's it? I'm like, I could have spent more guilt free.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, what were you gonna say?
No, but I remember I don't but gosh, I remember their toys just being everywhere and like buying the toys that I wanted as a kid but couldn't have, like the
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon. They re-released the Millennium Falcon, and I just remember like, oh, I'd get a paycheck, I'd go and I had a wife and kids at the time, and I think that was my first foray into like really hardcore collecting again. Was the Power of the Force 2 stuff, and you were like buying stuff that you didn't have as a kid. Um, and going to like the first like toy shows, and there was a up in Gwinnett. It's now a Hispanic mall, but there used to be, it was an outlet mall at the time, and they would have toy shows and card shows and stuff like once a month. And I remember going to those and finding, looking for the Star Wars figures, and you had the half circles and you had all the variants and the long,
Yeah.
like you keep saying, the long sabers and the short sabers and the
Yep.
short trays and all that stuff. Um, and I remember selling that, just selling all my stuff, keeping it all in a tote and just feeling really bad because it was in a tote. And then I got like 150 bucks for it all, and I took the money and ran. And I'm like, I held on to it for 15 years and made $150.
Hmm.
But I had it out, and my kids, they were younger. When did Phantom Menace come out? 2000? No,
No, 99.
99. So my kids would have been like 7 and 8 because they were 92 or 93 and 94. Um,
I was 19.
yeah. Well, I was 22.
You were dead.
I was a dad. Yeah, I
You
was a.
started really early.
I started way too young, but I'm able to enjoy my grandkids. So, um, anyway, yeah, I mean, my son, I don't know if he remembers or not, but he's though like Robert was saying, that's his that's my son's like Darth Maul's his Darth Vader. And he
Yeah.
will admit, he goes, that's my Darth Vader is Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Uh,
Couldn't go. I mean, you could. You would go. I could go to Pizza Hut, uh,
it was
Taco Bell,
everywhere.
but I wasn't Taco. I'm not a Taco Bell guy, so I didn't really go there. But it was Pizza Hut. What was the other one? What
Taco
else do they
Bell. It
own?
was all the Pepsi stuff.
There's
All the
three of them.
and was it KFC too?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
go to
because they
KFC,
they did the Coke toppers, right? The cup toppers at
yeah,
KFC.
which I don't have a complete collection of, but I might someday.
Yeah, and then the Pepsi had their cans that you could buy. I mean, it was
Yep.
pandemonium. And
Doritos bags.
yeah,
It was everywhere.
yeah, I remember
Full
like
court press.
yeah, and it was this was back. I don't think. Well, I know the internet wasn't a thing at the time, but I don't think you could pre-buy your tickets. So you had to like, well, no, you could pre-buy them, but you had to go to the movie theater to pre-buy them,
Hmm.
and then you still
Which I
had to wait
did.
in line once you
Yep.
got them.
Which I did.
Yeah. So I had gone like on a Saturday morning because my son played baseball and stuff, so we had to like rearrange everything. And I wanted to take like the Friday off work to go watch it, and they were just like, "You can't have Friday off to go watch Star Wars." I'm like, but.
Yeah,
So
I can't, bitch.
yeah, exactly. So we did like a
Sorry, it's
first,
late on Monday.
yeah. So we had gone and did like the first showing on a Saturday morning, and Galactic Quest, the comic book. Kyle, he's at a lot of the stuff, a lot of the toy shows around town.
Okay.
But he owns two shops up in Buford, one in Lawrenceville, and they were doing a showing, and they were like ran over. So our showing was like a half an hour late, and they gave us popcorn and stuff because you know this guy messed up your time. So but that's just weird, the stuff you remember. And you were so the thrill, it was imagine the hype of Force Awakens times 1,000.
Yeah.
That's what it was when Phantom Menace came out.
Saw the movie three times in the theater on day one.
Wow. You really were a nerd.
Yeah. Still am.
That's what the fun thing about being 19,
Never
right?
retired about that. About being
Yeah.
a nerd.
Yeah.
And then everything went into storage bins because I didn't have space to display it.
Right.
I stayed in a storage bin until about 6 years ago when I moved into this house.
And did you sell it, or
No, it's still on display
it's
down
still on
there.
display? So you got Power of the Force 2 stuff on display? Or am I
Power of the
just
Force 2, episode 1 stuff. I'm still like, I purchased something recently, like a year or so, two. I don't know, time's kind of, yeah, you're yawning and my brain's seizing up. Time is like,
no, but it was just
um,
it was just so
not
weird
exactly.
because it's like you could have probably picked vintage stuff up for half the price, pennies on the dollar for stuff
Yeah.
nowadays.
If,
And
if I know then what I know now,
I would have bought vintage.
I would have bought
Uh,
all the vintage because I could buy all of the episode 1 stuff for the same price that I could buy it back then.
yes. Probably a little cheaper now because they're like $5 or $6. And it's funny, because there's people that still think those things are worth money. That they're like, I've got Star Wars, and you get a picture and it's Power of the Force 2, and you're just
Yeah.
like, dude, yeah, those are maybe $5 a piece if
Although
you're lucky.
if you ask Kelly, he says that stuff's starting to sell.
Well, about time.
So
I've been riding, carrying that flag for a few years.
Kelly's saying that people are like it's tough to keep that stuff on shelves because people want the episode 1 or Power of the Force stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a few dollars. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad it's getting a renaissance. And I think it's like I said, to people like Richard who are in their 30s with a disposable income, and they're like, I want the stuff I grew up with.
Yep. Still not Micro Machines. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, nobody cares about. You're the only one who cares about micro machines.
Yeah.
I think you've What's bad is like when you find something and you get excited about it, you're like, this is my little thing. And then they realize, oh, that's cool. And then they start, what you thought, what was your thing is now everybody's thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be my problem.
I mean, look how good Micro Galaxy Squadron's doing.
Yeah. Um, anything else?
I don't think so.
Just want to mention that we announced our next panel for Rogue Fun, which is Roger Christian, who worked on the original Star Wars. He supported George Lucas in his vision when everybody else in the UK crew couldn't stand that American chap who was making this movie. Roger Christian saw the vision and supported George Lucas. He won an Emmy. Geez, he got something bigger. He got an Oscar for his work on Star Wars and set design. And he's coming to Rogue Fun to talk about his time working on that movie from a galaxy far, far away that filmed 50 years ago on March 22nd.
Jesus, we're old.
Coming up. So we're excited to have him. We've got somebody talking about set design. We've got Nick Malley talking about creature design. They're really taking a look back at the stuff that behind the scenes stuff that happened on the creation of our favorite movie there.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
And I did finish Moff Tack. I know was like I mentioned that a couple weeks ago how I had that shirt and everybody on the shirt was going to be represented except for Moff Tack. So I decided I want to see if I can make them from the ground up, and I did. So Moff Tack will be
Yay!
there. So we got 20 tickets left. So buy your ticket.
And then buy Moth Tack.
And buy what?
Moth Tack.
Moff Tack.
Whatever that guy's name is that you just
Yeah,
said.
but why would they buy him?
I don't know.
He's mine.
Oh, he's yours.
Yeah, I put a lot of money into that one. That one's not going anywhere.
This one's mine.
The other ones might get auctioned off, but
Yeah.
uh can you see Snaggletooth up there? Yeah,
Yeah.
Snaggletooth will get auctioned off.
Yeah.
Maybe Moff Tack will go up there afterwards. I don't know. He's huge.
Yeah.
Made him that way.
He's huge.
Um, Thank you for listening to the Smugglers Galaxy podcast. If you could, please leave a like and a 5-star review of the show anywhere you listen. It really helps us out and points people to our show. You can follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Send us an email or message us. We love feedback and we love to make you part of our show. Our email address is smugglersgalaxy@gmail.com. Thank you to Afonso Riviera for the Smugglers Galaxy logo. And thank you to Levi Waterhouse for the music. People, collect for the love of it. Hashtag vote with your wallet. Pass on what you've learned. Be a positive force in the collecting community. This is the way.
This is the way. Hey, Robert, I forgot to mention, I don't know how far is Jacksonville from South Georgia? Is he close to Jerry, to Randy?
Well, yeah, I think Jerry's about an hour away from Valdosta, and that's about 2 hours from Jacksonville. So
Okay, so that's like 3 hours. There's people down there that you can hook up with in South Georgia, but maybe, I don't know.
I would imagine Ryan's close too.
Yeah.
It's right up the coast there on 95.
Well, I meant to say it when we were talking, but I forgot. I'm such a bad host.
I made my own cup for the cantina.
Oh, look at you.
You can't drink out of this.
Would it hold liquid?
It would hold liquid, but it's probably gonna, like break apart, and if it's hot liquid, you'll melt it.
Oh, yeah.
It's for display purposes only.
There you go. Just walk around with it.
Hey, what's up? There's nothing in there.
This is the way.